Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the HRV Vision podcast. Tonight, I got myself, Hector, also known as CN6, and with me, I got Jazzy.
What up?
And Hav.
Yo.
And welcome back to another episode of HRV News. But before we actually get into it, I'd like to remind you that you guys can listen to us on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube. Make sure you follow our socials at HRV Vision Podcast or go to HRVvisionpodcast.com. You're going to see all of our links through there. And also, make sure you join the Discord. Top link in the description. Join the Discord, guys. Come chat with us about video games, movies, TV shows, anything like that. And if you are listening to us on Spotify and Apple, please leave us a rating. That will help us out a lot. But yeah, HRV news. We're going to start with video games first, as always, and then moving on to movie news. But video games, let's get into it, Mario.
All right, so the first big one that we have is Marathon. I don't know if you guys know or not. They had their alpha or it's like some sort of beta, some shit like that. That recently finished up, and because of that alpha and all the feedback they got from it, they're going to be delaying Marathon.
Yeah.
Yep, they're going to be delaying it. There is no new release date. They just said it's going to be held back, and so like they released like a whole like blog post or whatever. But a little snippet of it right here is the alpha test created an opportunity for us to calibrate the focus on the game and what we will make in uniquely compelling survival under pressure. Mystery and lore in every corner, raid-like endgame challenges, and Bungie's genre-defining FPS combat. We're using this time to empower the team to create intense, high-stake experiences that a title like Marathon is built around. This means deepening the relationship between the developers and the game's most important voices, our players. So yeah, man, they just heard all the feedback and all that shit, and they delayed it. There is no, like I said earlier, there is no like new release date or whatever the fuck. Obviously, I mean, I don't know how people got actually the alpha or whatever the fuck, but apparently from what they heard from that, it was a lot of bad shit, I'm assuming, if they were to delay when the game was, I forgot the original release date. Wasn't it like fucking like September or some shit?
I think so.
This year.
Around that time.
I just knew it was this year. And so now with this delay, I'm assuming it's coming out next year.
Think so?
That's my best bet. I mean, like, from what we saw from that reveal, I don't know, like a month ago now at this point, I'm assuming, or some shit like that?
Yeah, I believe so, about a month ago.
Like, the initial shit looked cool, but I'm just like, okay, what's more than that? Like, we need more than that shit if you're going to charge us money for it. Because this is going to be a premium live service game. Whenever you hear premium, that means you got to pay money for it. You know, maybe different if it was free, and they're like, oh, it's going to be a free game, and then we'll provide updates later. I'm like, all right, bet, it's free. Well, I can't really get upset.
And I think I've mentioned it in a previous spot. I think that's what killed them. I think
the premium shit,
man. I think this game should be free,
and all the other bullshit.
Because the way they worded it was like, "Hey, you know, we're gonna imagine how, right? Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna charge you for this game. Here's $40 and play a game. Is it ready though? No, it's not. It's not ready. But guess what though? Over the years, we're gonna make it better and like take your feedback.
Yeah,
it's like, okay, I don't got time for that.
Right.
Right? Like,
I remember
you know,
that a talking point.
Like I don't got time to see the game become the game what you want it to be. Right? Like I could play other games right now.
Yeah.
So why am I gonna pay money for that?
Should be free.
That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna go that route, it should be free. And they did this with Destiny, bro. Do you remember this?
No.
They did this with Destiny, where they were constantly updating the game as
the life of the game.
Exactly, because it wasn't good at launch, bro.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
Nah.
People were complaining about it, and then
The first one or the second one?
The first Destiny.
Oh.
The first Destiny.
Yeah.
What they're doing is, I feel like it's outdated, man. Like this is not D1 era anymore. You have to put out an actual game that's finished and polished if you really want it to be successful. You know, it's I don't know what they're, and then plus I think it's maybe a smart move to delay it because of the controversy, the recent controversy.
Let that shit die down.
Exactly. Like it was a lot of they were under a lot of fire with that. So I think it's just like a strategic move as well.
I don't know. These games can be successful, like multiplayer only games, but the launch has to be, one, your game has to function first of all. Two, the game has to be fun. But I think three, I think it's just as important as it being a fun game. Is that there has to be a lot of content at launch, especially if you're charging money. Like if you're charging money, you have to have a lot. Like a lot has to be in there. Yeah. Like I'm talking like, I don't know how, didn't they say it was going to be like 3 or 4 maps or some shit like that? And like not a lot
I think so, like at launch or something like that.
But like how many times can you play those like whatever amount of maps?
And I think only like 6 characters.
Yeah, how much can you replay the six characters, 3 maps over and over again before you get bored?
Yeah.
Because eventually a player's going to get bored, bro. That's what happened with Destiny 1. I remember.
My biggest issue is them trying to charge money for it.
Yeah, same
I
here.
think that's my biggest issue. If it was free, it's like, all right, cool, whatever. Because we have Fortnite was free.
Yep.
And then they were constantly updating the game, and
But
look
it
where
was
it's
like
at,
every like what, like every like month and a half, every 2 months they would update the game.
Probably.
Not like the major like season shit. I'm talking about like little minor updates that they would add. It would tweak the game a little bit.
So okay, and then I want to bring this up as well. Is during that time when Marathon was released, people were really not fucking with it because it's an extraction shooter. It's like another online service, right? And people were not really fucking with it. And just recently, there's an extraction shooter that's like people are loving. And that's Arc Raiders.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Arc Raiders, and a lot of people are loving that. So I guess I should ask you guys: is it really dead? Is that genre actually dead? That live service really dead? Because I mean, what do you think?
I don't think it is dead. It's just very hard to pull off and make it successful.
Yeah.
Among gamers, if that makes sense. Like Bungie, I think just started off really poorly in terms of how they handled the game and like the situations and the drama it got involved in. You know what I mean? Like when you said premium free live service game, immediately you probably just lost a majority of people who wanted to check out the game. Like I was gone. Once I found out you had to charge me, I'm like, bro, I'm not playing that. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not paying for that.
I gotta wait till it comes out and see how it is.
Like if it came out and it was like, bro, it's a banger. Bungie hit again. They found their next Halo. I was like, all right, fuck. I'm not saying it's that. But
people were expecting that. People were expecting a completely brand new like story, right? Expanding on the Marathon like universe or something like that, like a single player. Would you guys prefer to? See
I would have preferred like to do like I'm not saying do another Halo, but like set up a not new franchise because it already existed, but like maybe like see the reboot of this franchise and you play as like a robot or whatever the fuck and see the world.
Yeah.
And that game had its own multiplayer where it's basically like another Halo or another COD. I would very much have had that. And then maybe this extraction thing was like another mode within the game.
I get you, like multiplayer.
Yeah. I think that's what I would have preferred to see.
Yeah,
Because the world, genuinely, I like how it looks. I like already, like, I'm like, oh, this world, this universe seems very interesting, and I want to know more. It just sucks that it's in a premium live service game.
Yeah.
That's surrounded by so much drama outside of the game itself.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think I would have liked to see this as like a single player type of game, like a story driven type of game. You know, I think it has the potential.
It definitely does, bro. Like when I was watching, I was just like, damn, I just would have rather it not be a live service game at all. Like you already have one in Destiny, bro. Like why do you need another one? Like what the fuck? Like y'all made Halo, bro. Like what the fuck are y'all doing?
Yeah, and that's why people were hyped. People were under the impression, oh shit, it's gonna be like a single player game.
Yeah, man. I was fucking hoping for that. But yeah, man. All right, so that was that.
I just don't understand. If they already have Destiny as a live service game, why put out a second one?
My guess, man, because they made a lot of money, man. On
because Destiny, because even though Destiny was rough at launch, it was successful for them.
Yeah.
Like it was.
Oh, I meant like 2. Sorry.
Oh, Destiny 2?
Yeah. Like, isn't that still technically going?
No, yeah, it's technically going to Destiny 2.
Even though they said it was the last expansion,
bro. It was the end of that story. So the story in Destiny 1 finally finished in Destiny 2. Like that, the shit they launched the game with, that story, that main story, it finally ended in Destiny 2. Like what? Like a couple months ago, I played it, bro.
That's what that was.
Yeah,
okay.
I played it because I was like, I came back to the game, bro. I was like, you know what, man, I don't play this bitch anymore. I just don't have the free time. And low-key, the game lost me like years ago with Destiny 2. It lost me. But like, I gotta know how it ends. I've been on this journey since motherfucker. I was in high school. When the game come out, like 2014, 2015, around there. Like I was there day one launch of Destiny, bro. Like I played the beta. I remember I got a code to access the beta before it was open and everything like that. And because of that, that's what made me buy the game. I was like, yo, I feel special. Like, let's get it. Right? And so like it finally finished. But ever since that, bro, I have not been back to the game at all. But no, they're continuing like a new story or whatever the fuck, the future of Destiny, whatever they want to call it, right? But I don't know, Hoff. To me, it comes down to greed. I think it's greed. I don't know what you guys think, but I think it's greed. They want another cash cow like Destiny.
Because eventually Destiny 2 is actually free. Like it's free to play. If you want the expansions, okay, bitch, cough up your money.
Those are I know.
You know what I mean? But I think it doesn't even have like a base story. Okay, I actually have a question, but I'll let Ha finish.
I was gonna no. The other question that I had is, do you think Bungie feels like they are now above making single player story driven games, given that they came out with 2 live service games, Destiny 1, Destiny 2, and now they were trying to launch a third that's running concurrent with the one that they already have up and going and is successful already. And it's like, well, you already have one cash cow. Why do you need 2? Like, this one's working just fine. And on top of that, maybe I start to blur the lines. Maybe I'm a fake gamer, but like, they both look like first-person shooters that are similar enough to where it's like, why did we need another first-person shooter live service game that looks futuristic?
Yeah.
Destiny's futuristic in the sense that it takes place in space. But this looks more futuristic because it takes place like in the future with advanced technology and there's like android robots and shit. Like, I get it, but it's just like, just kind of has the same vibe. Now, granted, if Bungie's like, well, we don't want to make third-person shooters, we've been making first-person since Halo because they were the founders of Halo in the very beginning, then that's fine, but why not story-driven? Why not single-player? Like, I think there's a chance that if they wanted to come out with a premium title and charge money for it, they would have a bigger potential in putting out a single-player story-driven game because, for one, it's like, oh, shit, this is the first, like, single-player story-driven game since they've put out since Halo 3. That was 2007.
Yeah.
And I don't know, the story can be whatever.
Halo Reach. They did Halo Reach.
Oh, they did Reach?
Yeah.
Did
Halo
they do
Reach was their last Halo game.
Oh, that's right. They did Reach. And then 4 was
Halo
343.
343. Yeah.
So it was like, and well, even more so. I mean, a lot of people praised Reach for its storytelling, and it's like, I feel like if they came out with a single player story driven game, a lot of people would immediately think like, oh my god, dude, Bungie hasn't put one out like this since Halo Reach, bro. This is a big deal. And that in and of itself would cause enough buzz for people to check it out. Yeah. And then it just comes down to Summer Game Fest, State of Play, Game Awards, trailers, gameplay, info that'll make people get hyped for up to the release date. You know what I mean?
And that's how it was, bro. That's how it was going. People were like, oh shit, they're bringing Marathon back, because the first 2 games are story based. We're like, that's what they're expecting. So this was like a curveball. They're like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Okay, let me ask you this too, because Destiny does have a story, right?
Yes, it does.
I can't say I'm an OG. Destiny 2, I only played the very beginning of it when it came out in what was it, 2017, 2018?
Yeah, around there.
Something like that.
Everything else, bro, I don't know what the fuck going on.
I don't know.
Okay, right, Mario. So I'm assuming, but I'm assuming a lot of people like it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's always, I think the PC player count, PC that is always hovering around like 30 to 40,000 concurrent players. I could be completely wrong,
No,
but
I'm talking about like the story, like the actual narrative and like the story.
Yeah, no, yeah,
story.
that was going to connect to the point. Like, there is a fan base that is hardcore about this game.
Okay,
so that means they love the story, they love the world.
Okay, so maybe in that that skill set from Bungie hasn't disappeared, right? Maybe it's still there, but let's be real. When a single player game, like just a single player game, and then a online service game that has single player elements, it just feels different. It's just the vibe is different. You know, and I always thought, like, personally for me, I just prefer like linear, like story driven games over the online shit. When I think of Destiny, bro, I'm gonna be real. I'm not thinking about like the story.
That's facts.
I'm thinking about the Crucible, bro.
I'm
thinking about like exploring the world and gathering loot and shit.
And does the story even really that immersive when
that's what I'm saying?
There's not really like cutscenes that connect the storylines
like
together. Or like or like when you do the missions, like you're matchmaked with either you're with friends playing online or you're matchmaked with strangers, and you guys just go through the Crucible missions and stuff, and it's like,
you know what it reminds me? Okay, it reminds me of like GTA Online.
Yeah,
where like the cutscenes, I just don't care because it's like, oh, your character has no personality. It just doesn't.
They don't talk.
They don't talk. It's just that's what it reminds me.
Absolutely.
No, I will say the thing that I hate as well is like you pay for these expansions just for Bungie to vault them. I don't know if you knew that.
To what?
Vault them.
Oh yeah.
So they would vault their stories. You can no longer access them. So like, for example, if someone wants to get into Destiny for the very first time, I want to play the Red Guard Is that what it's called? Was it
Yeah.
the Red Guard?
I think
The
so.
Red Guard storyline. The story that launched Destiny 2. Well, you can't, bitch. Sorry. Go look up a YouTube video.
Yeah.
And that's what sucks. I don't like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
No, your character does talk.
Dead us?
You know, it does. Yeah, your
In
guardian.
Destiny?
Yeah, it does.
No
talk,
way,
But it's
bro.
like
Really?
it's just like simple like one-liners, like very like small words.
Oh.
Yeah, I still remember when I first whenever like your guardian used to talk, it would be like a hype moment.
Oh,
And
okay.
once like the Destiny fans, you'd be like, "Oh, we spoke." It would be like that.
Ah,
type
you
of
see?
shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's rare. It's not a common thing. In terms of like cutscenes, they have cutscenes. Like they're in the game and they're full blown. Like
Yeah.
some of them are long
Yeah,
and shit
yeah.
like that. But I do understand where in terms of like, because I hate it too. Because like if it's like a actual like multiplayer, it's like Valorant, where like they will release like really cool cutscenes to hype up their new season. Mm-hmm. But then the cutscene's over, then you have to go play the game. You know what I'm talking about? It's like I kind of want to see more of the cutscene though. Like give me a show of that. I mean, they are making a show of Destiny, I think actually.
Really?
Am I wrong? I could have
I don't
sworn.
hear that.
I could have sworn they're making like a live action show or some shit like
That'd
that.
be
That's- I
interesting.
could be wrong, but no.
right.
Destiny 2 is just in a very sad spot right now. So maybe they're like, hey man, Destiny just kind of time. We kind of want to find our next Destiny. It's either that or Greed,
Yeah.
one of the two.
It's fun though. Like the Crucible and like the online and
Because the
everything else.
Crucible,
Like it's fun.
Crucible is the multiplayer, like the pubs. It's a COD. There's
Yeah.
like no. I mean, there's bounties you can do in Crucible, but like there's no missions in Crucible. It's literally just
The
PvP.
only downside of it, I would say, is like there is such a thing of a person having better loot than you, better weapons.
Yeah,
than
yeah, that is
You know?
true. Yeah, that is
So
that's
that might turn people off because I remember when I try to boot it up like COD, bro. Like you know what I mean? I get a new game and shit. Let me boot up the online.
Yeah.
And I got whooped
Yeah,
because I don't have the correct loot. I don't got the
Yeah.
correct weapons. And it's
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I can't compete with these.
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay, moving on.
All right, so the next thing we got is that Warner Bros. Has restructured its core franchises. So basically,
But bro, I
what?
fucking called this shit, dude.
Yeah,
Fucking
so the new divisions will see Warner Bros. Games Montreal studio head Yevis Lachance. I'm sorry if I probably butchered your name. Sorry. He will oversee the Harry Potter and Game of Thrones franchise. Look at this. While NetherRealm studio head Sean Hemrick will lead the DC and Mortal Kombat franchises. And there's a third guy named Stephen Flannery, but he's not really in charge of like those studios. He's mainly like in charge of like quality control, shit like that.
Yeah.
But this is interesting because now the head of the Mortal Kombat games is now the head of all the DC games,
W.
which
Which
to me, it worries me. a little bit.
Injustice?
Thank you. That's
Yeah.
where I
So
was
now
going.
that's good news for him. But like now, I'm just like, all right, this guy specializes in like fighting games, right? That's good news for like the games like Hobbs plays like Mortal Kombat. What's the other one? Injustice. There we go. You literally just said it. But like, I'm worried. Like, I'm if it comes to a game like that, I have no worries about. Like, all right, Hav and those gamers are gonna eat, if that makes sense, right? I'm more worried about like, okay, I know you can make those, but will that translate into like the next Batman game? It's fighting, yeah, but can you handle that type of? You know what I mean, Hav? Because Batman and Mortal Kombat are completely different gameplay styles. I need to know like, can you take care of that? If that makes sense. That's my worry. I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm just entering this like this news makes me feel worrisome. And I don't know if I'm overreacting or not. What do you guys think?
What do you think, Hav?
I mean, you have a point because I don't even know the dude's name, but the dude who's coming from NetherRealm has been working with the NetherRealm since the very first Mortal Kombat game back in the mid '90s.
Okay.
So he's been attached to the studio forever. And I know of everyone who worked there, they picked him to be the one that's like.
Oh, they picked him. Like the people in the studio?
Yes, they picked him.
okay.
Yeah. He was the one that got the promotion and stuff. And I think there was even word that that the current head of the gaming department at Warner Bros. Got a pay cut, considering that all the games have been flopping, like the underperformance of Mortal Kombat 1 and Kill the Justice League and like games like that. But I mean, I can understand what you mean, Mario. I mean, I can understand. The thing is that it's for him to lead DC projects. Like, I don't think it's more so that he's going to be unless I'm wrong. Is he a creative director?
No, it just is he's in charge of those two I'm assuming he's
That
in
just
charge
means
of
you're in charge.
overseeing, like
That's fine.
overseeing.
I think that's fine.
Yeah, but
But if he needs to he needs to hire the correct creative director to take over those games. That's how I see it. Like he's not the one like actually telling them, I believe, right, that that this is how Batman's gonna fight in the next Arkham game. You know what I mean? I think he could oversee the production and everything, but I think it all comes down to he has to hire an actual leader, an actual creative game director who could oversee the actual game in its concept.
Yeah.
Whereas he's more so in charge of like this dude, right? I forget his name, Steve something, the guy who's heading NetherRealms and DC Studios.
Steve like Hammock. Hold up, I unbookmarked in my bed.
Okay.
So this Steve guy, I see him as like a Peter Safran, but he needs the James Gunn person to oversee the project. Because we all know, right, DC Studios is co-CEO James Gunn and Peter Safran. And it's been said that James Gunn looks over the creative side of the projects coming from DC Studios, where Peter Safran kind of focuses on the business
the
side,
financial.
the finance shit. That's how I'm taking it. You know what I mean? Unless it says from creative director Steve from NetherRealm Studios comes Batman Arkham 3, and it's like, what? Like Arkham Joker? I don't know. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, why is
this?
But like, you've only worked on fighting games, right? Now I don't know.
The last joke in Arkham.
The last joke in Arkham is funny. But I mean, I don't know, man. Or maybe it's one of those like we're judging a book by its cover. Like, I mean, you just know fighting games, but who knows? Who knows? He might have potential to lead other types of games, not just that. Now, granted, I mean, he has the most experience with that one genre.
Yeah.
But we'll just have to wait and see. I don't take it as like he's going to be the one like making sure the game's being made a certain way. I think he needs to hire actual game directors and stuff to lead the games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
That's how I think of it.
Hopefully.
I don't. That's how I'm taking it.
I agree.
Yeah, man. I just want that next Batman game to hit, man.
I'm gonna be real, bro.
I'm worried, but I'm so worried.
What, man?
I don't know if I'm looking forward to it.
I want it to
It's
hit, but
such
I'm
a
worried.
desperate ass move for Warner Bros.
Yeah, it
because
is. That's literally speaking
after the
facts.
failure of Suicide Squad, it's like, well, why we gotta play it safe? Let's put another Arkham.
That's
Even though
facts.
Arkham Knight was not only a fulfilling conclusion to Batman's story, and then they completely undid it because I guess he's back in Justice League, and then he gets killed.
Wait, do you know do you know what happens?
What, Justice League?
Yeah, like the ending.
Now-
They're
I know because
they're different versions. It's not the real one.
Yeah, they were clones.
Bro, when
They're
when
clones,
when the news broke, I literally I went to look for we're at work.
And it wasn't even, I remember because it wasn't
funny.
it wasn't even a cinematic cutscene either.
Yeah,
it was like the
wasn't.
paper type shit.
Yeah.
Where
It's
like,
just drawn
moving,
art.
like,
It's just art. Bro, when that shit broke, the news broke, I literally the whole day I'm like, where the fuck is
Well, to be
Hobbs?
fair,
Where's Hobbs?
I think when we reviewed it, I think
called
we
it.
said that.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way this is real.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it'd be a disservice
To
to
the
the
characters.
fans and to
Exactly.
the characters in the story.
Yeah, we-
especially that goes triple for every game he's been in. Well, I guess quadruple for every Batman Arkham game there's been. That goes quadruple for Batman.
No, yeah,
you can't
of course.
kill him fucking off, bro. What the
I
fuck?
don't because
Yeah.
I don't think we said they were clones. We just said they were like, oh, it's a different
Different
universe,
version,
like
yeah.
different from different universes. I think that's what we said.
Yeah,
But
bro.
yeah, it makes sense. But okay, listen, man. Despite I understand Suicide Squad, mediocre and stuff. One thing for sure, I thought it played great.
Oh yeah, it ran.
It
awesome.
felt nice. Like it was. I think it was one of the games that that feeling. Oh shit, this is next gen.
Yeah.
That's how it felt. It runs really well.
Yeah, it
And
does run
very
really-
smooth.
It's very smooth. The gameplay is cool. Like it's just repetitive, But
Yeah, it is, bro. Anyway, all right. Moving on to the next one. I just showed this one to Hector right before we started. The new game made by NetEase. So NetEase is the mobile game developers. They're very big in the industry. They make a lot of money from those mobile games, right? And now they're using some of that money for some good, I guess. They're making a AAA game, their first ever, called Blood Message, right? And I showed you a little bit of the trailer right before we started, but a little like quick synopsis of the game, right? Because it looks cool, man. When I saw this, I think they announced it either yesterday.
what was it called again?
Blood Message.
Blood Message. I think so.
Blood Message, yeah. It looks good. I'm not gonna lie. I was like,
looks
holy shit. I'm like, these motherfuckers. Because when I found out yesterday, I'm like, oh, it's probably ass. Like, it's probably like, does not look good. It's their first game. They make mobile games, right? But either way, here's the little like synopsis of the game, right? Blood Message introduces a forgotten odyssey of loyalty and survival where players join. I'm gonna butcher this. Don Huang's uprising What the fuck?
What'd you say, John Dung Hung?
I don't know how you say it.
They published Fragpunk,
They did?
the first one.
Oh, they published.
Oh,
I did not
Fragpunk?
know
They
that.
did Fragpunk?
I didn't play that game.
Yeah,
I heard about it, but-
2025. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that
Multiplayer,
free-to-play,
the card
They
game.
published.
Yeah.
They had developed and published Marvel Rivals.
They did that. They were.
That's them,
did
dude.
that?
Damn, dude.
But that's not AAA though. Or is it? Is Marvel Rivals a AAA game?
I don't think it's AAA.
I mean, it blew the fuck up, and everyone's fucking with it.
Oh yeah. Most
So who
definitely,
knows?
yeah.
Maybe what's it called? Blood Message might be fire.
Yeah. Well, look it up. I'll look at the trailer. Like watch it like without any audio. It's fire. It looks good. Well, I shouldn't say fire. I just say it looks good, right? Taking control of a nameless messenger and his young son in this immersive third-person action adventure caught in a crossfire of righteous uprising and driven by loyalty of both family and country. Players will embark on a perilous eastward journey to deliver a message that holds the fate of the war-torn homeland amidst the shifting sands of history. They will etch a final tale of loyalty. So obviously there is no release date, right? But the trailer that we did get, it was a long one. I only showed you a little bit. It's like almost 5 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
No, it's a long ass trailer, bro. I'm not gonna
Jesus
fuck with you. They just dropped it out of nowhere. I'm gonna be honest with you. I had no idea. This was not on my radar at all. But the game does look very cool. I gotta see more gameplay because the gameplay we did see in the trailer, it looked very staged. You know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
When they stage shit for the trailer. So I just want to see someone like actually grab it and load in and see what it's actually like. All right. Moving on to something a little more down on news. The Splitgate 2 developer 1047. They have held layoffs at their studio.
I saw that, man.
Basically, they're doing like a restructuring basically, and because of that, they had to let go of a certain. I don't think they released an exact number of employees, but they had to let go of them and basically restructure how they're gonna basically execute on their plans moving forward. So that sucks because I know they just launched their new BR mode, so you think there wouldn't be any firings because of it. But I think that's why I think what it was is that they had these developers working on the BR mode, but once that thing launched, it's like we don't really need these extra developers anymore, so they let them go. I think that's what kind of happened, if I'm being honest with you, because like I don't see any reason why to let go of developers after you launch a new mode.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Okay, so the rest of the things I have are kind of small things, so I'll go through them quickly. Activision confirms that Black Ops 7 will not have jetpacks.
All right, more boots on the ground.
Instead, it's going to be an evolution of the Omni movement.
An evolution of the Omni.
You can run diagonally. I don't know.
So I don't know if you saw the.
Yeah,
I don't know if you saw the leaked clips of people running on like on a bus.
Wait a second. You're gonna jump from wall to wall like.
I don't
You know what I'm talking
know.
about?
I don't know, but you'll be able to run on walls though.
People that's back.
From the
Black
leak,
Ops
from
3?
the leak shit.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
because
yeah.
this game takes place 30 years before Black. Oh my god, I'm
No,
fucking
it takes place. No, it takes place like
after Black Ops 2, but before Black Ops what?
4?
4? I'm assuming.
Three,
No,
three.
no. 3 had jetpacks.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, 3 because 4
Yes.
didn't, right?
Because
Or-
Four didn't.
This
4
game,
didn't.
I think they said that it takes place in the year 2052.
Okay.
did y'all see the?
2052.
Everyone was posting about it.
Yeah.
Black Ops
What?
2 is officially in the past.
Yeah.
They already.
It's not future anymore. It's not future anymore.
That is crazy,
'Cause
bro.
It was 2025.
That's fucked up, bro. We were in middle school, man.
I
We
was
were in middle
12
school.
or 13 years old, man.
That's
Yes,
actually.
sir.
No way, bro. No, that
Like,
made me feel old.
2025, this shit lit.
Now we're here.
Now we're here. It's the same shit, man.
Shit don't change. Hell no. All right, moving on to the next bit of small news that I have is so Borderlands 4 for a while. I forgot the head of the studio was basically talking about like, hey man, whatever the price is, you guys, you better pay it. Like if you want my game, you better get the price.
Which
Right.
was
you're
dumb. Terrible.
Which was
Yeah.
dumb, right?
I think the quote was like, if you're a
you're a real
true
fan,
fan,
yeah.
you'll
Yeah.
find a way to make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It's like,
that was
what,
yeah.
bro?
So the actual pricing actually came out, and it's not $80.
70.
It's 70.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna buy Borderlands 4, don't worry. I mean, you're still paying $70, which
Listen,
I never.
but I
liked to
saw
begin
that
with.
it's like people that had first impressions that it's good.
Oh, really? I saw those come out, but I didn't read any of them or see any of the videos.
I did, and people are liking it.
Possible change of
Yeah.
pace. I know people said 3 was all right.
Actually, funny
think so,
enough,
yeah.
bro, I just been downloading random games and checking them out recently. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hentai Fighter 3.
This motherfucker. I downloaded Tiny. You know that it's made by the
JoJo
same people.
Siwa Simulator.
Oh my. You know the game they made before this, Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been playing
that was an
that.
expansion, right?
No, that's a full-blown game.
It was a full game.
Oh,
It's like a spinoff, right?
Yeah,
Or some
spin-off
shit. I'm
game.
not a big Borderlands fan, guys. I want you to know I don't know anything about the lore
Shit's so
or anything
weird,
like
bro.
that.
I've tried
I just know it's very funny. Like they break the fourth wall, shit like that. But I've been playing that, and surprisingly, I've been kind of enjoying it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got
That's
it. I got it free off the Epic Game Store. You know how they give free games? That was one of the free
Oh,
games they
really?
had. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got it off of there for free. So I was like, "Fuck it, let me just play it." I put a decent amount of hours.
I
only
think
put in
I
like
think I
4,
told you my
5.
Borderlands story when I first played.
For real?
That shit was too hard, and I just gave up on it.
Bro, when I was playing it, I'm like, so like, where do I get better guns? I can't
Yeah.
even get through the first fucking mission. Like,
I can't remember if it was
fuck, bro?
Borderlands 1 or 2, but I played it. I was at elementary
If
school.
you were riding on a bus and you picked your avatar, that was the first one, and you're in the desert. The second one started off on a subway type of vehicle, and you're in the winter. There's snow and shit outside.
Oh, it was the first one then. I think it was the first one that I played.
Okay, so I know exactly what you're talking about because I ran into that shit.
I think I played for like an hour, and I'm like,
Like,
I'm getting beamed.
yeah,
Like, what do I
dude.
do?
Exactly.
Let me hop on Left 4 Dead. Forgot this. 10-year-old me or something. I was young. Anyway, okay.
All right, so the
What's
next
next,
thing
Mario?
is so Clair Obscure Expeditionary 3, a game that I plan on beating tomorrow, hopefully. I'm legit
Okay.
right there. I couldn't play last Sunday because it was Father's Day, bro.
Yeah.
I completely forgot. I was like, oh shit. I'm like, I'm gonna have no time to stream this game because I don't know how long it's gonna take me. So I couldn't figure out when I could play it. But basically, they said previously that there was gonna be no plans for future DLC or anything like that because they were just focusing on making the game better and just improving it like by small bug fixes and shit like that. But a couple days ago, they put this on their official post. Bonjour. We're currently exploring a wide range of future improvements from accessibility features to new content and all sorts of bits and bobs. We're actively assessing. Naturally, this also includes expanded localization options. Focus on that post. I'm just focusing on the new content. We don't know what it is. It's just saying new content.
Okay.
So
Different enemies, maybe?
different enemies, maybe a new location,
Better
maybe
new loot.
buffs or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So that is something that to keep an eye on. I don't know if you'll check it out, Hector, because obviously I know you beat the game already, so maybe you need a reason to go back to it or some shit like that. Thought I'd let you know, but I think that was pretty cool for any
like,
of
I got no time. I kind of want to go back to Adamfall and check out that
that
expansion.
DLC.
The
Oh,
Wicked
dude,
Isle.
low-key me, right? I want to finish the game, bro.
Yeah.
But I just don't know when.
So, but I just don't got the time.
All right, so the last bit of small news that I have is apparently, I didn't know this, but apparently there was a rumor, by the way, Greek God of War game got pushed back to 2026.
Oh yeah, I did
Yeah,
see
so
something like
Jeff
that.
Grubb, right? He basically reported on some on like a podcast, I believe, or whatever, some episode, some shit like that. I have Marathon and the unannounced new God of War Greek project, which I heard was pushed back to 2026 as well. So there was that. Hob, did you hear about this on rumored shit? I never knew about this
Nah,
until
bro.
I saw this
This is the
article.
first time I'm
Yeah.
hearing it.
Me too.
And also, if that were true,
It's a rumor, obviously, but he got the Marathon shit right.
that's true.
It said Marathon.
But the thing is, yeah, I get it's a rumor, right? So it could not be true. But
Yeah.
if it were, it got pushed back to when?
2026. So it would have came out this year.
Which means
I
I
should
should have
add-
had no rollout for it.
I should add that this was on the episode, like they were discussing what games could potentially come to the Nintendo Switch 2. So that was like the reason why they brought this up. So maybe it's like I thought, so it's like a remaster or a remake for the Nintendo Switch 2. That's what I think it is.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, because it's Greek, and I thought we were done with that shit. Right? I thought we were gonna move. If there was another God of War game, right, it was gonna be in another area,
Realm, yeah.
another realm. I don't know.
Different type of mythology.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that type of
So
shit.
I think Cory Balrog said that as far as Kratos dealing with Norse mythology, that the last chapter of that would be Ragnarok. And so if there were to be another God of War game, and I say if because I think Cory Balrog also confirmed that he was done being
With
the
God
creative
of-
director with God of War, so that if they decide to bring us another God of War installment, it would probably deal with a different mythology. And I say probably
Makes sense.
because he says he's not going to do the God of War games anymore. If they bring somebody else in and they go, nah, man, I still want to stay with Norse mythology, then they might stay, or they might switch it up.
Would y'all fuck with a God of War remake? The OG God of War?
Like an actual built from the ground up remake?
Remake it how they did it.
Like actually from the ground up? I would.
Wouldn't that be so cool?
Yeah, I
would.
like.
I tried the first God of War. I couldn't get through it because it was fucking cloud streaming, and I'm like, bro, this shit buffers so much, dude. Yeah. But I got the gist, and I was like, you know what, bro? Like,
it's fun. They're fun games.
Buffering bullshit. Like, I think it'd be cool. So yes, I would like to see
I'm interested in this next game, Hav. In the Cory Barlog game.
Wait.
Which one?
He already confirmed that which game he's working on next?
No, but he has to be working on something.
Right, but
over there at Santa Monica.
Oh right, but I just thought we didn't know what it was.
Oh, I'm assuming it's that game they canceled for the original remake, not the remake, the reboot. I'm assuming it's that. That's my best guess.
Oh,
but if it's not that, then I'm like, what the fuck are y'all working on right now? Because they're working on something, bro. It's real. They're not doing nothing. They're working on something.
Yeah.
And if the head, he's the head of that studio, right? Am I wrong?
I think so.
I'm assuming he's the head, right? If not, like he's working on some game. And if it's not God of War, it's either that canceled project or something new, like completely brand new. So that has me hyped. But when did God of War Ragnarok come out? Like what, 2 years ago now?
Ragnarok was, something like that.
2 years? So like we might get a tease soon. I'm assuming like the next like year or so. We might get an announcement. Obviously, that's just me assuming. That's just me using my logic as like how I've heard about game releases and all that shit. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming we'll get an announcement for their next game that they're working on. Well, pray to God, new IP. Because whenever a big studio like Santa Monica that's renowned for making good shit makes a new IP, it gets me hyped, personally. Or rather than them going back to God of War or something another studio's gone back to over and over again. You know, like Naughty Dog with Last of Us. Like, I'm hyped when they announced Intergalactic. I was like, finally, something fucking new from a good studio. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that was it for me. I don't know if you guys have anything that I missed out on.
I have one thing, and just real quick before someone flames me in the comments like they did Hector that one time. Expedition Dump.
Oh,
I said Cory Balrog. I mispronounced. It's Barlog.
Barlog, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Balrog is a Street Fighter character. So my fault.
That's funny.
That's my fault. But I do have one more thing, and it's super small too. It's not a big deal, and I am glad that now, because I've had my suspicions now for a few weeks, maybe like a month now, but I'm glad that we have now branded HRV as the Nintendo Switch 2 hating group, because Mario always misses out on the Switch 2 news, and I'm always the one that has to bring it up, because I'm like, Mario, you missed some stuff. And I'm sure you guys know where I'm going with this, but it's super small news, but apparently over 2,800 Nintendo Switch 2 units were stolen out of a truck that was heading to GameStop.
what?
Yeah. So a group of thieves broke into a semi-truck carrying 2,800 units of Nintendo Switch 2s. Stole all the units. The total loss was over $1.4 million.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
that's insane.
That is fucking insane, dude. Yeah, that was basically the only
Good riddance.
Yeah, you see what I mean?
Yeah,
you see what I mean?
Damn, Mario, I'm surprised you didn't get that one. No, I got a few.
Okay.
I got a few. So, the House of the Dead 2 remake release date was announced.
House of the Dead 2. What is
House
that?
of the Dead. Hav, it's the arcade zombie games where like
from Dave and Buster's and shit. With the guns and those. What the hell?
Yeah. So there's a remake.
So it's like a better arcade cabinet.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but it's gonna come out on PS5.
Oh, okay.
Like that.
That's what I was saying. Like,
they
is
have
it another arcade cabinet? Like, are we gonna see it at Dave & Buster's next month or something?
Oh no.
Okay.
No, because they have the first two House of the Dead games, then the spin-off game on PS3.
Ooh.
You could actually play on PS3,
okay.
and it works like the arcade shit. They remade the first game, and now the second one is finally announced. So. And that one's going to be releasing August 7th.
Okay.
So there's that. Another thing as well, I guess two big things here. And that is Capcom announced that it will host a Capcom Spotlight live stream event on June 26. The event will last 40 minutes and will feature titles including Resident Evil 9, Pragmata, and Monster Hunter Wilds, and Street Fighter 6.
Makes sense, yeah.
So stay tuned for that, guys.
Yeah.
More details on Resident Evil 9.
Man, I don't give a fuck. That's all I want to give a fuck about. I want to see gameplay.
And the Pragmata game.
Yeah.
'Cause, like,
That's the one with the little kid in the.
Yeah, dude. Because I'm
those
telling
two.
you, when I watched Maximilian Dude's YouTube video of him explaining the gameplay, I was like, this just
Interesting.
sounds odd, bro. Like, this sounds fucking weird and complicated. So I feel like that Spotlight live stream
It's gonna
event
dive deeper
has
into
to
that.
show the gameplay because you guys are going to see exactly what I'm talking about. It
Yeah.
sounds fucking weird. But maybe maybe I need to see the visual because
Yeah.
I only heard what it was described as. I have to see a visual.
Yeah, that's gonna be June 26th.
bro,
June
what the fuck?
26th.
That's soon.
That's
That's
soon.
this Friday.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
so
Say
so
less.
mark,
Or
mark-
Thursday.
yeah, mark your
It's-
calendars. I might react to that.
It's Thursday.
I checked out Dying Light the Beast. I reacted to that.
You did? Does it look good?
It's pretty good, man.
All
It's
right.
good, but I wasn't like mind blown. Like what? But it's like
It's like what you
I'm looking-
expect.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Another thing that I have here is that Bandai Namco has announced that it will host a Little Nightmares showcase on June 24. The event will likely feature Little Nightmares 3 and Little Nightmares Enhanced Edition, which was rated back in 2023. So Little Nightmares fans, I know a lot of people really like Little
I know,
Nightmares.
obviously, yeah, it's a big.
Yeah, it's a big game. So yeah, apparently they announced a showcase that's gonna be on June 24. So mark your calendars, guys. And then that's all I got.
All right.
Cool. Moving on to movie news.
All right, moving
Let's
on
get into it.
to movie news.
I know there's one thing Hop has that I'm ready to comment on. All right, go ahead.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
if Hop
first of all,
knows, I want you to say, is this the thing? I bet you say like what the thing is that you think it is.
I
and
think I
then-
know what you're talking about.
Are we cousins?
I think we're cousins.
Yeah, cousins.
All right, bet.
Well, before I get there, I want to give a disclaimer.
got lovers.
I want to chill. I want to give a disclaimer. I want to give a quick disclaimer.
Okay.
Just a quick one. So this week, as far as movie news, has actually been a lot, bro.
Yo, yeah, I was going to say
It's been a packed fucking week.
Yeah.
However,
Seriously.
there are a lot of that news from this week I'm not going to talk about.
Yeah.
I'm not going to cover in this episode.
Do the announcement, bro.
Because a lot of this news came from DC Studios regarding James Gunn. And
you're
the
gonna
reason
do it.
why we don't want to talk about it here is because me and Hector decided that we would make a discussion video on Cape Shit regarding all the shit that James Gunn said this week, and maybe even dive deeper into some of the things he's been saying the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
So some of the news that he gave regarding DC Studios, not the Elseworlds shit.
Yeah.
We're going to put that in a Cape Shit discussion pod that we hope to release sometime soon.
I'm thinking, what are we doing next week?
That's a good question.
Is
Next
next
week is
week's-
F1, the movie.
Is that it?
And, well, I mean, we always do a news pod every weekend. And that's pretty much it.
We can maybe do it that week,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
right? Mario will be in it.
Yeah, I guess.
Let's go.
Mind it.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
I'll link the Cape Shit podcast in the description, guys. Go check it out. We're gonna cover everything there.
So, like I said, this week was a pretty big week as far as movie news because of all the stuff James Gunn had been saying all week. But because we're going to reserve some of the DC Studio stuff to that Cape Shit podcast, my news was immediately cut by like half. So this is gonna be a breeze. Now, like I said in the Cape Shit podcast, the discussion pod that we plan to do, we're gonna focus on DC Studios, which basically talks about Superman and like all of the stuff there. But I wanted to at least mention something, so I wanted to bring up Elseworlds, and I have updates of Matt Reeves' Batman.
Yeah, I
Is
saw
that what you're
this.
talking about? Was
Well,
that what you're talking about?
that and another thing.
Okay, well, here, let me move on to the news. So James Gunn had some comments to say about Matt Reeves' The Batman Part 2. The first thing I got was that he assured fans that the movie's not getting canceled.
Yeah.
It was never going to get canceled.
Yeah. I mean, given how slow the script process has been going for
Yeah.
Matt Reeves, like, he had to assure people. So he provided a quote. "It's not canceled. We don't have a script. Matt's slow. Let him take his time. Let him do what he's doing. God, people are mean. Let him do his thing, man." You know what I mean?
I wish you would have
Hurry the
said,
fuck up, man. Come on.
bro. I wish you would have said, wait, let him cook. He's cooking up something real.
cook.
Yeah.
bro. And
That would've been funny.
And then, so he provided that. He provided a quote, basically just saying, "Hey, man, Matt's just slow. It's not canceled. It's getting done. We promise." And then I think a day or two after this quote, it has been reported that the Batman 2 script will be handed this month, guaranteed. And we finally have a date for filming, boys.
Yeah.
I saw this.
January 2026.
And it lines
Damn.
up perfectly, man. Because
Doesn't that mean it would have come out 2027?
Yeah,
Yes.
but no, it's perfect because like, dude, I think Dune Messiah finishes the month before it, and so
really?
it lines up
Robert Pattinson's going to be filming both
Yeah.
movies back to back.
Oh shit.
Uh-huh. And from what I remembered, he wasn't in Dune 2, right? Like he's going to be introduced. Okay, he's introduced in Messiah.
And that means Greg Fraser, man. He's going to be able to do both movies.
Thank God.
The
Thank God.
cinematographer.
About to be fire as shit.
Damn.
Yeah,
okay.
bro.
That motherfucker about
Nah, bro. 2027, my guy.
I know, bro.
And
Unfortunately.
we reviewed it 2022.
Yeah, I know.
The first one. Look at Mars, but
No,
he's contemplating life, man.
Yeah, for real.
that's fucked, dude. This movie should have been out.
I know, bro.
That and Across the Spider-Verse, whatever the fuck the third.
Yeah,
last one.
Yeah,
dude, what the fuck?
That's hey, at least that's.
That's 2027.
I thought it was next year. No, actually, I thought
It's 2027.
He wanted to say next year, and he shows him to look at the feet.
I was like, fuck.
He was
Like
like,
his soul died, bro.
yeah. He's
Fuck.
like,
You see the light of his eyes just fade away.
I legit thought it was
bro.
next year.
Imagine if all three of those movies come out in 2027.
Which three movies?
Dune Messiah, Batman Part 2, and the what's
Outer
the third one called?
Beyond.
Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Dude.
Maybe a W year.
And what if they all come out in
Okay.
the same month?
No, we're fucked. What the hell?
No, but what'd be crazy is what if the Batman wins movie of the year again?
Bro.
At the HRV award.
Oh, I was about to say, it didn't win movie of the year at the Oscars.
No,
Like, no, it didn't.
Oh, it's us, bro. Or is it gonna be Beyond? I don't know, man.
Oh,
a lot of hype
That's true.
right there.
That's true.
But yeah, I mean, at least we finally got like an update on it.
All right, then moving on to the next piece of news I have on here, we're going to transition from DC Studios to Marvel. I have a few pieces regarding Marvel Studios. This one kind of made me upset. I was like, bro, that's bullshit. And this is the news. Marvel Studios and Disney Plus have no more plans to continue releasing Marvel Assembled. And that fucking sucks, dude, because
remember you-
I actually liked watching Marvel Assembled. And for those of you who don't know what that is, on Disney Plus, it's only on Disney Plus exclusive. Marvel Assembled was a under 1 hour mini documentary on the behind the scenes and the making of the most recent MCU project that came out.
That's
Now,
cool.
granted, I have not seen all of them. I'm picky. I only picked the ones for like the MCU shit that I liked. So I saw Marvel Studios Assembled on X-Men 97. That one's a really good one. Deadpool and Wolverine. Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. I think I saw the WandaVision one, the Falcon and Winter Soldier. And I saw a bunch. For the ones that I liked, I didn't watch all of them. And I don't know if you remember, Hector, when we reviewed Born Again, I said I can't wait to see the Assembled documentary on Daredevil.
Yeah.
Because I want to see what the fuck happened behind the scenes. Like the whole
just-
creative overhaul shit and all that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I want to know more. And now for them to say that there are no more plans to make any more, we're never going to get that. At least for Born Again.
That sucks.
I know, dude. So that's
'Cause
unfortunate.
that is a cool concept. Even though I haven't seen them,
yeah,
like,
you know what I mean?
it's so cool. Like, okay, that's actually pretty cool.
Those were interesting, bro. And I mean, it sucks that they're not gonna make any more because I was really hoping they'd make one for Born Again, but fuck it, I guess we move. This one's crazy news. An untitled MCU film has been officially slated to come out on December 15th, 2028.
That's
MCU.
after Secret Wars.
A year after Secret Wars.
Interesting.
Now, obviously it's untitled. We don't know what the fuck this is. Hopefully it's Blade, because that's been in development hell and shit.
Yeah.
However, a lot of people have been speculating, as fans do, and a lot of people are really over analyzing the date. It's December. Now,
Yeah.
the only two other movies that are coming out in from Marvel in the next couple of years that are coming out in December is Avengers. It's Doomsday and Secret Wars. So a lot of people are theorizing, what if this untitled MCU film is a third Avengers film that ties with the events of Doomsday and Secret Wars? And instead of what Infinity War and Endgame did, where it was a duo film telling the story of like Thanos and like the Avengers and shit, this would be a trilogy that told its story. Because we haven't had an Avengers trilogy since Endgame ended, because it was Avengers Age of Ultron, and then Infinity War and Endgame kind of played with together because of Thanos being the main villain. So a lot of people are theorizing, what if this is not a coincidence? It's December. It's 1 year after Secret Wars. Secret Wars comes out 1 year after Doomsday. What if this is a third Avengers film? What if Secret Wars ends on another cliffhanger? And we find out that untitled MCU film is a third Avengers movie, and that's actually the end of the multiverse saga of this trilogy of Avengers movies.
That'd be crazy.
It would be crazy. But my thing is, if that's the case, how can you get bigger than Secret Wars? Where would it go from there? That Secret Wars should have been the third final film, in my opinion. So I don't know.
Maybe it's a lot to cover.
Or like Secret Wars Part 1, Secret Wars Part 2 type shit. I wouldn't mind that. That is true. Because Secret Wars is a fucking
it's a
big
huge event.
storyline. It's a huge deal in the Marvel Universe. Yeah, that's true. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. It's untitled. It could finally be the X-Men.
Ooh, yeah.
You see what I mean? Because I know Kevin Feige said the MCU X-Men won't be introduced till after Secret Wars. Untitled MCU film. A lot of people were saying that as well. So those are the two biggest things that people were theorizing.
And I saw X-Men news. I don't know if you have that.
No. No, I have no idea.
I can maybe look for it while you keep going.
All right, bet. Well, I only have two more pieces of news for Marvel. And one of them I fucking hate. And this is super stupid to me. And maybe I'm just a hater. I don't know. But we got official news for new cast members that joined, that is joining Spider-Man Brand New Day, the Tom Holland fourth Spider-Man film. And this thing is fucking bullshit. I hate it. It rolled my eyes and I'm like, dude, this is so fucking stupid.
Okay, hold on.
And that, well, you know exactly which one. I know Hector knows exactly where I'm going with this. But officially coming back to Spider-Man Brand New Day will be Zendaya and Jacob Batalon as MJ and Ned.
Really?
Yes, that's official now. They are coming back.
I saw something else that was official.
Oh, girl, I got that too.
Okay.
We're cousins.
I was gonna say,
we're cousins. But before I get there,
What?
Are you caught up? Did you finish Daredevil?
No, but I know who's in the movie. Like who's gonna be in it.
What season are you in Daredevil?
He's still in 2, I bet.
No, I think I finised 2.
You finished.
I think
Daredevil
I finished
season 2.
I could be wrong. I could be near the end of season 2.
So you've seen this character in action in the world already?
Punisher, yeah.
Okay, all right. I thought you got spoiled.
No,
That's what I'm
he's
thinking.
told us before that he started to.
Oh, fuck, I don't remember.
He's told us before,
Dan, what'd you think of that? What'd you think of that, Kyger?
and I asked him that too. I was like, "Hey, he's fire, right?" Yeah.
I'll go, yeah. This motherfucker's wild, bro.
Dude,
I'm
he's
like, this
fucking
motherfucker
crazy.
is shooting in a hospital. Like, this motherfucker's crazy.
Wow, bro.
Just like me.
Yeah.
Hey, what? No, what'd you think of that rooftop scene with him and?
Oh, that was fire dialogue.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah, that was fire dialogue.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Anyway, yeah.
But as I was saying, so Zendaya, Jacob Batalon, MJ and Ned are coming back, guys. Now, two things. One, I guess I'm not surprised because they've been main cast members since the very beginning, since the first, Homecoming.
I'm with you on this. I'm gonna be honest with you.
But at the same time,
I'm with them on this.
with No Way Home ending in the idea that everyone forgot Peter Parker's identity, I was kind of hoping that Marvel Studios would take a bold move with Spider-Man and kind of give him a fresh new start. After all, it's called Brand New fucking Day. And so I was hoping maybe now that MJ's out of the picture and she has no recollection of Peter Parker, could we get introduced to a new love interest? Maybe Gwen Stacy. Maybe Black Cat. Maybe a new character that's not introduced in the comics. Maybe someone brand new. And Ned could have literally been Harry Osborn or I don't know, some other guy. But like, the reason why Marvel wants to bring these actors back is clearly because it's the faces. Like, they know that they've been there since the beginning. They've been Tom Holland / Peter Parker's pals since Homecoming. And I get what they're doing. But I just feel like from a storytelling point, I don't agree with it. But also, I think it's just a more heartbreaking story, in my opinion, for Spider-Man. That he lost the woman that he loved because she had to forget him in order to save the universe. Only for what? I guess it's going to get undone now because she's coming back. Like, there's no way she's going to be a cameo. Unless she is. Okay,
That's
cameo.
I was about to say that. I'm like, what if it's just like one of those, like, she's... Nah, she wouldn't... But obviously a cameo.
Where, like, he's trying to, like he's actively trying to see if she remembers, and he's like, "This bitch don't remember," and,
And
she
like
move
gives
on.
up.
Yeah,
And then introduces Gwen Stacy
Yeah,
or
yeah.
someone else. That would be better.
I see it more as a cameo.
or maybe he's
realistically.
like, or maybe he runs into this girl, like, oh, you know, nice to meet you.
I'm gonna be
What's
honest-
your name?
Or maybe it's like a beginning of the movie, and she sees Ned and them two like just talking,
Yeah.
whatever the fuck. And there's like a moment where he's still down, he's in the dumps and shit. And that's
because
the
I'm
beginning
gonna
of the
be
film.
honest, bro. That's not my MJ, bro. You know what I mean, I didn't really connect with her or like her as much.
Oh, the emo. She's emo
yeah, I
in
didn't
this
fuck
one.
with that.
yeah, I get you.
You know what I
get
mean?
you.
And I get it. Technically, it's not Mary Jane. It's like, what was her name again? I forgot.
Michelle
Yeah.
Jones.
But you know what I
Watson.
mean? Like, I guess that's not Mary Jane. Maybe he will actually meet Mary Jane, but then it's gonna be muddy because then he's
M-
calling it's
yeah.
two MJs.
Yeah, right. That's why I
So-
said like fuck the name
Yeah,
confusion.
yeah.
Just do Gwen Stacy.
yeah,
Yeah.
Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, I'm
I
with
think-
Hav on this one personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But I mean, on to the much better casting news, and Mario already spoiled it. I was trying to build it up. You're a bitch. No, you're fine. It's cool. I don't care. I don't know why, but John Bernthal as the Punisher is going to be in Spider-Man Brand
Let's
New
get
Day.
it, man.
Listen, I'm not complaining.
Let's
Are
get
you
it, boy.
kidding me? The Punisher? Now, when I saw that the Punisher was coming, two things came to mind. One, whoa, that's okay. For him, like,
Who do you think you are?
who do you think you are?
Getting me this excited? How dare you?
Part of my reach. Let me
That's
search
not
your
what I
mind.
said. That is not what I said. I was actually excited. I was pissed with Stranger Things when I said that shit. And Netflix.
How dare you get me this excited?
Yeah, bro.
I know.
But no, I was like, okay, interesting, because like I don't really picture the Punisher and Spider-Man together. Even though yes, they've interacted together multiple times in the comics and even the '90s cartoon, but it's like he fits much more better in the Daredevil universe because that's a much more mature rated R world, and that's what the Punisher is. So I'm like, him and Spider-Man. But the second thing that came to mind was the Punisher in Spider-Man. I don't know why, but when I think about that, I go, okay, so this is not a multiverse story. Because if it was, what the fuck is the Punisher doing traveling through the multiverse? Like, I don't see him doing that. You know what I mean? Like,
That's funny,
there's evil
actually.
people in this world, but there's other evil people in other worlds.
And I gotta put a stop to it.
I
There's
gotta punish
injustice
them,
in
too.
every universe.
You know what I mean, bro? So, like, I don't know. So when I saw that Punisher was going to be in the movie, I'm like, okay, this does not sound like a multiversal movie like No Way Home was, so that's good. Keep it in this universe. Let's try to get away from the multiverse shit. We're gonna get enough of that in Doomsday and Secret Wars, so I'd rather just save my shit from there.
Yeah.
But hey, man, Punisher and Spider-Man. I would like
guess.
to know what
Let's do
Hector
it.
thinks, just because I know you know more about the Punisher, and I don't know what you think about him being in the Spider-Man world.
Well, Punisher's first ever appearance was in The Amazing Spider-Man
Okay.
in the comics.
Yeah.
He was introduced as a villain, like a full typical shit, full blown villain, out to kill. He was like a hitman out to kill Spider-Man.
Ooh, you think
That-
he might be the antagonist? That'd be a W antagonist.
That's what I'm saying.
low-key.
So that's what I'm thinking. Maybe he was sent to kill him or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, Punisher's first appearance was in The Amazing Spider-Man issue 129. I think.
Yeah.
I think it's one. I can maybe look it up. But yeah, that's his first appearance.
Okay.
So we'll see, man. I dig it. I think I dig it because it also kind of supports the idea of street level heroes type
Yeah,
shit.
that's another thing. That's
then-
why I said, like,
yeah.
okay, maybe it's not another multiverse story.
Yeah.
That, you know what I mean?
And maybe Daredevil was gonna pop in there with him.
I was
you know what
just
I mean?
about to say that too. And now that we're
Now we're
seeing
gonna see
these worlds
Spidey and
collide,
Daredevil, you know?
bro,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking. Like,
And
will we
Jessica
see-
Jones,
will we see
Luke Cage.
Yeah.
We go see
That'd be
everybody.
funny.
Could this be the start of a setup? You know,
Yeah,
for a
yeah,
street level hero movie?
The Defenders. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We'd have to wait and see. What do you think, Mario? The Punisher being in Spider-Man.
I'm excited. I just hope they don't nerf him.
Yep. The Amazing Spider-Man issue 129.
Okay.
His first appearance.
Well, the thing is, Mario, if I'm being real, I think they're going to have to nerf the violence because there's no way in hell Marvel Studios would ever allow Spider-Man to be rated R.
Dude, that's
So,
what I'm. Okay, I wonder how they're gonna do that.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
are they gonna like? It's gonna be. Is it gonna be like Daredevil, where Punisher shooting these motherfuckers in the head, and Daredevil's in the vicinity? You know what I mean? But are they gonna do that with Spider-Man? No. Spider-Man? No, I don't think so.
That's the thing. I don't know what they're gonna do, bro.
Yikes.
I'm not sure. We just have to wait and see. I mean, I know that for sure is next year. It says right here, 2026.
Okay.
So we won't have to wait too long. But I mean, well, I don't know, man. We'll just have to wait and see. But that was the last of Marvel news. On to the
Okay,
next.
I got something.
Oh, go ahead.
You sure you didn't get this, bro, at all?
Give me
nothing
something.
about X-Men.
No,
It's about X-Men.
no. If it's X-Men '97, then I may have seen something.
No, so
a few months ago.
this was reported like about 2 days ago.
Okay.
Maybe a day ago or something like that.
Okay.
So according to Deadline,
Ooh. Okay. Reliable source.
Jake Schreier, Jake Schreier,
Yeah, the guy that did Thunderbolts.
director of Thunderbolts, is reportedly in
Oh,
early talks
yeah.
to direct the upcoming Marvel Cinematic Universe X-Men movie.
We talked about this. That was an HRV news thing
Did
I
we?
had for a few weeks ago. Yes.
I don't remember this.
I don't remember it either.
I could have sworn it was. I could have like I'm seeing it right here. It was like two days ago.
Yeah, but I read that a few weeks ago, shortly after Thunderbolts came out. That was a piece of news I had.
Deadass?
Yeah.
I don't remember, bro. I don't,
Yeah, dude, I brought that up.
I just saw it everywhere, right? Like a couple
Maybe
days ago.
it was rumored when he brought it up.
Maybe now it's confirmed.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, back then, when I
Was it rumored?
it was also in talks.
Oh,
Not confirmed.
I think this might be confirmed then.
Oh, in that case, then yes, that now would be new
Interesting.
news.
Okay.
Because if it's in talks and it's not confirmed yet, then yeah, I already said that. But if it's confirmed, I mean, hey, Thunderbolts was lit. Let filmmakers do what they do.
Yeah, so yeah, right here, confirmed as X-Men director. So
Okay.
this was 2 days ago.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you see, that is new. Because now
Okay,
it's been
okay.
confirmed.
Yeah.
Okay. Fire.
All right.
I like it.
So yeah, I want to bring that up.
And
that's
no,
it.
you said this was 2 days ago?
This is about 2 days ago.
Coincidentally, around the same time this untitled MCU movie was announced. You know what? There's a chance that movie's probably X-Men then. The untitled
so?
MCU. Well,
Yeah.
look at the pieces of news coming out, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
It's lining up. All right, so my bad, y'all. On to the next piece of news. Let me actually look over. Yeah, everything I have on here is small shit, so this is all speed run at this point. I just wanted to get the bigger shit out of the way. So, Tom Cruise is going to get an honorary Oscar this year.
Okay.
It's for his commitment to our filmmaking community, to the theatrical experience, and to the stunts community.
To be fair, man, yeah, he'd be doing crazy stunts.
Yeah, bro. The next piece of news I have on here is really big for Hector, but Blumhouse has officially acquired the rights to the Saw franchise with Lionsgate as a partner.
I saw that. Damn.
And I saw a post by James Wan, the creator of the Saw movies. I believe he wrote and directed the first Saw movie, and I think he's produced the rest. But he said that he is excited to come back to a Saw project, and in all caps in the caption on Instagram, he put creatively. So no more as a producer, man. He's actually going to be hands-on. Which, bro, I've been waiting for a James Gunn horror movie ever
James
since.
Wan?
James Wan.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry, James Wan. A James Wan horror
No,
movie
he is
because the
making
last
horror
one he put out was Conjuring 2. Then he started doing Aquaman movies, and it's like, dude, like,
Yeah.
Conjuring 3 was mid, 4 might be mid. And so, like, I just need another good James Wan horror movie. And there's a chance that, like, if he comes back to the Saw franchise creatively, one, I mean, Saw 11 is not canceled, W. But also, I would love to see what he would do. It's like the Return of the King.
Let me ask you this, Hav. Would you fuck with like a whole reboot of Saw?
If they did do that, that is some really huge shoes to fill.
Yeah,
for
that's
the
like-
person,
that's like-
for the actor who plays John Kramer.
That's extremely like ambitious
Yes,
to do.
Yes, that is true.
But I'm just saying because, dude, there's so many movies and it's like
The timeline
the
is all weird
timeline's so
and
weird.
shit, and-
We're gonna have 8 movies in between those 8 movies.
yeah,
You know what I mean? It's like
I know.
how like I feel like
If
it's
they
gonna get
did
really
do
messy.
that, bro, I guess I wouldn't be opposed to it because I do understand like the confusion of the timeline. Like this movie takes place in between these two, but this one takes place all the way in the end. It's like what?
Yeah.
But like I said, it's just really big shoes for whichever actor they get to play John Kramer, because I feel like Tobin Bell will always be Jigsaw forever. You know what I mean? And so if someone wants to come and like replace that in a reboot, it's some big shoes to fill, dude.
Yeah.
Like I have to actually buy that you're a Jigsaw killer who is menacing just by looking at you in his presence and like, you know, like the way he acts in the movie. So I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it, bro. Fuck it. If they want to just call it Saw.
But for sure, it's gonna definitely take place in between a movie. I think.
Yeah, or a reboot.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm excited to see what James Wan can cook with the Saw franchise, bro. It's Return of the King. He's coming back to the franchise he created. So that's gonna be exciting. On to the next piece of news. I got some Invincible news for season 4.
I saw that.
So Robert Kirkman teases season 4 of Invincible. The character of Thrag has been cast, who's a character from the comics. I don't know who he is.
Okay.
Total nobody.
I
to
think
me.
I've seen some of them.
I've seen pictures of him, but I'm like, I don't know who this guy is. And I don't know why he's a big deal. So, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Conflict with the Viltrumites really ramps up. Again, don't know what that means. Kind of vague. I'm good. I'm glad, right? Because I don't want spoilers and shit. His quote, Robert Kirkman's quote is, you should be worried for where Mark is headed.
Yeah, I've already been spoiled a little bit, so I know what this means.
I don't know what he's, I don't know.
Don't say nothing.
I
Yeah,
know.
for real.
It's one of those things where I'm on TikTok and then the first thing you see is a spoiler, and I'm like, "What the fuck, dude? I'm not trying to see this shit."
Yeah. And
So I got spoiled, so I know what this means.
Dude, my algorithm is just memes, bro.
That's
Like
good.
crazy memes.
Keep it that
bro.
way.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I get a mix of everything, dude. I'm gonna be honest with
I
you.
don't get
Sports,
anything.
memes, fucked up humor. I gotta show you another one. Now that I think about
And
it.
AI vlogs.
AI
man.
Nah. This motherfucker, bro.
I always
Like,
wonder, bro.
Yeah, his algorithm
Nah,
drastically
but-
changes
alright.
during this month.
No, that's not my algorithm. But you want to know his algorithm? A bunch of furry men. Hopping
Bunch
around
of
in-
furry, like hairy men.
No, like furries. Like
Oh.
furries. That's what you have.
Really?
Yeah, you like it. You like follow them.
You collaborate with them. You know the TikTok live streams? You be live streaming with them and shit.
That's you, bro.
What do you?
That's you. That's you. You be dressed up in a giraffe outfit.
What?
And be like, donate to me. Send me roses. Send me roses.
Guys, this Mario does. What Mario's saying right now does not reflect the overall brand of HRV.
Same with Hector.
Yeah, yeah. Our views do not align with HRV.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
HRV is its own entity.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, moving on.
I'm just reading. Yeah.
I don't want to cut you off.
We were done, bro. There's like a 3-second bonus silence, bro. Like who are we? Like, we're having 3-minute moment of silence, bro. Hold on, let me pour something out for the boys, for the homies.
I know.
Like, who are we?
Yeah.
Part of the Pledge of Allegiance.
Wait, what? Oh, sorry.
All right,
Something
ahead.
got fucked up. This one's for Hector too.
Damn.
Now has an official release date, and it's set to come out January 23rd, 2026 in theaters. I thought this would be straight to streaming.
What is
Return
it?
to Silent Hill.
Oh, bro, it's gonna be trash. Bro, the cover art when it was first announced, it's a picture of Pyramid Head, right?
Yeah.
And I think I mentioned it to you, Hav, or both of you guys. I'm like, dude, that shit looks like an action figure. And it is, bro. It's an action figure.
Oh my god.
No, I don't know if it's confirmed, but like, dude, if you really look at it, I can find the picture. If you really look at it, Hav, it's an action figure. They did a Star Wars, 1999 Star Wars. Yeah, look at that, bro.
Wow.
Like zoom in, Hav. Zoom in on the sword. Come on, dog. That's plastic. It's a toy. I hate that so much, bro.
That's funny.
Show Mario. Show Mario.
Yeah, he's
It's a toy, bro.
Look at.
Mario, just look at it. It's a toy.
Oh my god. Yeah, you can tell by the
Look at the
arms.
sword.
bro.
Look at the
I can
sword,
tell-
though.
I can tell by the arms and the sword, bro.
Like, bro, what the hell, boy? It's a toy.
Oh my
That's
god.
And here's the thing: it was not confirmed or whatever, right? I just realized I'm like, dude, what the fuck is this?
Like, what is going on?
And that's like official artwork that they put up for the movie. But anyway, Return to Silent Hill. I guess we're all gonna check it out. It's gonna be based on Silent Hill 2.
Yeah.
It's
It's the live action film
And now that
adaptation.
you guys played the games,
of Silent Hill 2. Yeah.
now you guys
Yeah.
could actually judge it and shit.
And like
It'll be
compare.
fun.
Yeah. That'll be interesting.
But it's in
We'll see.
January, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, bro.
Shit gonna be
January
ass,
movie.
bro.
We already know. We already know.
I'm gonna be surprised.
Why I think I
promise
was,
you.
bro? Why I think I was happy when the Avatar movie left January?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like, thank God.
But if this movie's actually good, I'm gonna be surprised, bro. I'm gonna be extremely surprised.
Yeah?
But I don't think so.
Yeah,
man.
I mean,
I really don't think so. Okay, moving on.
I'm down to the last two small pieces of news, and that is that a new Harold and Kumar movie is in the
I
works.
saw this too. Yeah.
What is this?
You don't know,
You know Harold and Kumar? Show him the picture. He knows the picture. He 100% knows the picture.
You know Harold and Kumar.
You know
these guys.
these guys.
Oh,
They go to White Castle.
yeah.
Go to Guantanamo
What is it
Bay.
called? What is that movie called again?
Harold and Kumar go to White Castle.
Go to White Castle. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I think
It's
we
that-
saw that movie. We saw that movie.
No, I didn't. You saw it with Brian.
Oh,
You
yeah.
thought it was stupid.
I thought it was stupid funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
It was, yeah.
Yeah,
I remember.
Shit was
Damn, that was a
funny
long
as
ass
hell.
time
That
ago.
was a long ass time ago,
was
bro.
like
These
20
movies are even longer than that, bro. So these two they're pretty old now. So it's
Yeah,
pretty interesting to see what they're gonna do with
Dude,
the
that
new
movie
one.
dumb as hell, man.
Yeah, bro. But they're going to get Cobra Kai creators John Hurwitz, Hayden Schlossberg, and Josh Shield. That's actually his name. They're going to write and direct the film.
Okay.
And then the last piece of news is an interesting one, and that is that a new camera rig called the Halo was invented for the movie Sinners.
I saw this.
Whoa.
And it is a rig that Michael B. Jordan puts on. It straps to your chest, and it's called a Halo because it's 10 to 12 cameras that go around your head, and it's used to collect data of Michael B. Jordan's face to put onto the stunt double. And that would come in clutch for 50% of the scenes in the movie when both twins would be on the same screen.
That's fire.
That's creative,
dude,
man.
no wonder, because, dude, it looked really good.
Bro, when I was watching it, I was like, wait a minute. How
I can't tell.
When I couldn't tell. I was like,
Yeah.
wait,
Yeah.
there's CGI on this bitch. How the fuck does that look that
That's
good?
fire. That's fire.
Which
Yeah.
means that maybe there is a chance, because this said invented. Like, this is something that Ryan Coogler probably thought of and was like, you know what, it's worth a try. With the help of other people who know more about computers and
Yeah.
CGI and stuff like that. They collaborated on this invention that they made called the Halo. And who knows, given how realistic it looked for two Michael B. Jordans to be on screen and it looked real, there's a chance Hollywood might start to use that technology going forward.
No, that's fact.
That makes sense.
So there's a chance we might start to see more of that. You know what I mean?
I saw this week, I think it might have been this week, that a new trailer of the Toxic Avenger.
Was that
Did
this
you see
week?
that?
I didn't see. I saw
could've
for the
sworn it
last
was.
few months people talking about, oh, our first look at the Toxic Avenger, the first poster for Toxic Avenger, and I'm like, what is that? Why is
think there's a
everyone
trailer now.
talking about it? I've
Yeah.
not. I don't. I don't.
It's an old ass movie, bro. Like old ass movie. It's like comedic, campy type of shit.
Okay.
And it's a superhero movie where this that kind of pokes fun at like the
superhero
Yeah.
genre.
Kind of
I'm
like
assuming.
kind of like the boys.
Something like that. It's this guy that just falls into like this, I think, radioactive waste or some shit, and he becomes this toxic. They call
Avenger.
it the Toxic Avenger. Yeah.
Oh.
And it's like a comedic. I think I could have sworn I saw like some grindhouse elements.
Oh,
Like shit like that, I think.
So it's gonna be rated R.
I think so.
Oh shit. Yeah,
I think
I hear
this,
people.
this week, I think
There
we
was
got a trailer. There was a
I
trailer
didn't
for it,
see
I
any
think.
trailers come
I
out
didn't
this
see
week.
it, yeah.
Unless it was maybe last week or something.
But I know that a bunch of the ops and stuff have been reporting on this movie, and I'm like, what is that? Like, why
me-
are we talking
here.
about? We're focusing on the wrong Avengers here. I don't give a fuck.
That's why they're
about this
reporting
dude,
it, bro, 'cause
I
there's
want
Avenger in
Dr.
the
Doom.
title.
But I don't know.
Here, here, I got some info on it then, so you guys know. So, The Toxic Avenger is a cult classic superhero horror comedy franchise that originated with a 1984 low-budget film produced by Truma Entertainment, known for its outrageous, gory, and satirical B-movies.
Okay. It's gonna be another like Grindhouse type.
So,
of
plot: the story follows Melvin Ferd, a nerdy janitor at a New Jersey health club who is constantly bullied. One day, after a prank goes too far, Melvin falls into a vat of toxic waste. The chemicals mutate him into a hideous, deformed, but superhumanly strong creature, the Toxic Avenger, or Toxie. Now a grotesque anti-hero, Toxie fights corruption, crime, and pollution in his hometown of Tromaville. So the genre is horror comedy, superhero parody, splatter film. It's extremely violent, gross out, over the top, blending satire with exploitation film elements. So like Grindhouse type of shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So, that was back in 1984, bro.
So okay,
So I
this
guess it's kind of a big deal.
Wow.
gotcha. Okay, so this is a remake.
I believe so.
Okay. Okay.
So
So
I
I
think that
see.
one's coming out. I think it's coming out this year, dude. I'm not even
Yeah.
kidding.
Wait, what?
August. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
August.
yeah. August,
right?
August, August.
Ain't that soon?
That's soon. Yeah.
Oh shit. He's voiced by.
Yeah.
He's played by the Toxic Avenger. Oh, it's voiced by Peter Dinklage.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah, but like the guy who's
Ah.
like the stunt double who plays the Toxic Avenger, some other dude.
Yeah.
But Peter Dinklage does the voice.
If
All
people
right,
are
that's
looking
good.
forward to this and shit. Another old movie, at least I think it is, man. I don't know. I just saw people going crazy about it. And I don't know what it was. and that is Spaceballs 2.
Oh,
What
Spaceballs.
What the fuck is that, bro?
Yeah, that's
It's
a
one of
Star
the-
Wars parody film from back
Oh,
from
shit.
back in the 80s.
Really?
Was that
some
the
shit like
80s?
that. I never seen it, but I
And
know what it
it's
is.
apparently one of the best parody movies of all time because not
Oh,
only
wow.
is it a parody of Star Wars,
Yeah.
but it does the Deadpool thing where it breaks the fourth wall. It references Hollywood. It references the tropes that are going on and shit like that. It was basically like the movie version of Deadpool.
Okay.
What, like 30 years before Deadpool actually came out to theaters? So that's what it is. And so the fact that Mel Brooks, who's like 90-something years old, is coming back to direct and write the next Spaceballs movie, it's a big deal because a lot of people are saying it's going to be another Star Wars parody, but what else? What are they going to make fun of that's current Hollywood?
Yeah.
That there's always superhero movies that make numbers and low-budget indie movies don't? Or is it that they're going to make fun of how CGI looks worse than it did back then?
Yeah.
Or are they going to make fun? Are they going to poke fun at the shit that Star Wars is doing? And people are
they
saying,
got to, bro.
are they going to introduce new characters that are parodies of the Star Wars characters, like a parody of Kylo Ren, a parody of the Mandalorian? Like a lot of people are saying it could be a bunch of different things. But the biggest news is that the actor who plays the parody version of Star Wars, Big Head or Big Helmet, I forget his name, the actor actually retired from acting because his wife passed away from cancer, I think, and he stepped away from Hollywood to raise his kids because they were young at the time, and he just never came back. But now he's coming out of retirement to play Big Head or Big Helmet once again in Spaceballs too.
So I saw that, and like people were talking about it all over. Like, oh shit, Spaceballs coming back. I'm like, what the fuck is Spaceballs, bro? But you know what? That makes sense.
I've
Seems
never seen
interesting.
it.
I
and
never
it
seen
sounds
it yet, but
funny.
I know what it is.
And if it really is this like Deadpoolish fourth wall breaking parody
I'm down to check
comedy
it out.
and stuff like that, I would like to see what they do with the second one and how they make fun of current Hollywood. That would be a fun thing to see.
Yeah, I'm down to check it out.
I'm
Yeah.
down
But
too.
anyway, okay, that's it. That's everything.
All right, it's
Cool.
kind of funny how we ended on the topic of Star Wars because I have one thing regarding Star Wars. All
Okay.
right, so the Star Wars movie centered on Rey is reportedly on hold.
yeah.
Sean Levy, Starfighter, and James Mangold, Dawn of the Jedi, are moving forward first.
That's crazy. I'm not
Which I'm not
surprised.
shocked
know
by
what
this
this
because I knew they were having trouble with the script. I knew they were having trouble with the script. I'm like, this sounds like this is going to be delayed because when news of these movies first came out, Rey's movie was going to be the first one to come out. And so when I first heard about the script troubles, I was like, oh, that's going to get delayed, bro. There's no fucking way.
And then fucking Mario flies to Japan. Goes
Yeah.
to Star Wars Celebration, and they talk about all upcoming projects.
But the Rey one.
But Rey.
Yeah, they talk about the Starfighter, which now after going to Japan and shit, I'm actually looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to them. But that Dawn of the Jedi, that's the one. That's the one I'm most hyped for. But yeah, just wanted to end it on that.
Okay, cool. Hell yeah. So yeah, that's going to be everything for this week of HRV News, guys. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care, guys.
Peace.
See ya.